Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this essential upper body workout. And today we are going to work on 6 essential upper body exercises to build your push muscle group, to build your pull muscle group, and we're going to get it done using supersets. So what this is going to look like is we're going to have one exercise that we're going to superset, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and then we're going to close out each superset exercise block with a 30-second hold, okay? So we're gonna take it first starting off with our shoulders, with our push muscle group, and then progressing on from there. For today's routine, I have a lighter set of weights and a heavier set of weights, and we're gonna get started as usual with a warm-up. So go ahead and reach those arms overhead, grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. We're gonna begin with shoulder shrugs. Inhale, elevate your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, melt the shoulders down. Keep going just like that. Inhale, elevate, and exhale, melt. Inhale, lift, and exhale, melt. You can feel those shoulder blades gliding up and down your rib cage here. And throughout the routine today, we're gonna wanna keep those shoulder blades down, away from your ears. So last one, inhale, hold those shoulders up nice and high, create all kinds of tension. It should not feel very good. And then exhale, relax. That's where we want the shoulders to stay for the routine. Keep those hands on your elbows. Inhale, give me a big side bend up and over to the left, lengthening out the right side of your waist. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, up and over to the right. Exhale, back to center, one more each side. Inhale, side bend to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, side bend to the right. And exhale, center. From there, we're gonna separate the hands, bring your elbows just in front of your rib cage, and we'll take it into a standing cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back, flare your ribs, and then exhale, round your spine, curling your chin to the chest, elbows come together, and you're rounding your tailbone towards you. Inhale, arch, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round, tailbone towards the backs of the thighs. Couple more just like that. Inhale and exhaling, getting that spine and moving. Last one. Now hold it center. Take your hands behind the head. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to go for some good mornings. Unlock your knees. On the inhale, you're going to hinge your torso forward. Spine stays nice and long. And then exhale, press into your heels and slowly come back up. Inhale, soften the knees, hinging at the hips. Exhale, come back up. Let's do 3 more. Hinge and stand. Hinging is important because this is where we're going to take our rows from today. Hold that hinge position. We just talked about them. We're gonna mime that row. Extend your arms long, we row. Pull the elbows in and stretch. Pull the elbows in and stretch. And imagine like you have those dumbbells here. You're putting the dumbbells in your pockets and then stretching them down. Putting the dumbbells in your pockets, stretching them down. Last 2. Last one. From there, come to one side of your mat. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chin to the chest. Roll yourself down one spine bone at a time. Take this first one a little bit slower, allowing yourself to melt towards the floor. And once you're down at the ground, we'll walk the hands out, find your plank position, shoulders over the wrists, and then immediately we walk back. And once again, take this first one slow. We slowly roll up, restacking your bones one on top of the other. Inhale at the top. Exhale, you can go a little faster. Roll down, walk out to plank, walk back up, and rolling up. Let's do 2 more. Roll down, walk out, come in, and slowly roll up. Last one, we're gonna just hold that plank at the bottom. Good. Once again, in your plank, shoulders are stacked over those wrists. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Wrap the pointy parts of your elbows back towards your thighs and keep holding long and strong. Keeping your arms where they are, we'll just widen the legs a little bit wider than hip width apart. We have shoulder taps, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. For 8, for 7, last 6, last 5, last 4. We hold the plank in 3, 2, hold the plank, lift your hips up. We'll take our right hand, or left hand, pardon me, to the right ankle, little spine twist. Come to center, find your plank. And now right hand, left ankle, little twist, find your plank. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Let's do 1 more each side. Last one, and now walk your hands back towards your feet and slowly roll yourself up. All right, at the top, you can give yourself some wrist rolls in one direction, wrist rolls in the other direction, and we are ready to get into it. So first muscle group, as I mentioned, is going to be shoulders. The first essential exercise we have, of course, is an overhead shoulder press. So grab the weights that you want to use for an overhead shoulder press. For this overhead shoulder press, we're going to do neutral, which means that your hands are going to face in. Soften your knees here. You press your arms overhead, shoulders stay down, and then lower the weights back down to the tops of the shoulders. We go for 40 seconds in 4, 3, 2, 40 seconds on the clock. Press and lower. Now, if you have some lighter weights, you can feel free to take this a little bit faster. If you're working with heavier weights, you're going to go a little bit slower. And no matter what weights you're using, it should be controlled in both directions. If things start to feel a little bit heavy, you can always single it out, doing one arm at a time. Shoulders melt away from your ears here as those arms stretch overhead. And you want to exhale on the hard part, which is on the press overhead. 3, 2, last 1. All right, not too bad. We're gonna do that exact same exercise. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier this time. That felt a little bit too easy for me. Again, 40 seconds, press and down. We go in 5. Grab the weights you're gonna use. If you're changing like me, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Overhead press and bend. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I'm feeling it a little bit more. It's been a while since I trained my upper body because I was traveling a bunch for work and then for life because my husband and I are moving. So we were checking out apartments in our new city, moving to Berlin, back to Berlin, I should say. So yeah, I didn't have my weight, so I wasn't doing upper body. And then immediately when I came back to France, I threw out my neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So anyway, I took a little break from upper body routines, and I'm getting back into it with you here. We've got 10 seconds, and then we're gonna go for that isometric hold. So what it's gonna look like is a 30-second hold, both arms overhead. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna start heavy and see how I go. 4, 3, 2, it's just 30 seconds. Woo! Send those arms overhead, melt the shoulders away from your ears. You are strong, you've got it. Nothing's taking you down here. Exhale, hug your front ribs in towards your spine. Lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor. Strong, tall, unshakable. 10 seconds. You're nailing it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Nice work. All right, shoulders, check. Second muscle group that we're gonna hit is gonna be your biceps. We have a classic, of course, right? Essential upper body. Every move is gonna be a classic. We're gonna go for bicep curls. Nice and simple. You got 15 seconds. We're gonna go for those bicep curls, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Every move is a classic, every move is a banger. What can I say? 5 seconds, let me get started. 4, neutral curl, palms face up. 3, 2, here we go. I picked the wrong weights, okay? I'm gonna try. Fully meant to use the other set, but these are the ones that are in my hands. Okay, so what we're looking for with this bicep curl is of overall control. I love it. I'm a control enthusiast, so this is great. This is a move for me. What I mean by control is that you're not swinging the weights around. Your elbows are staying just slightly forward of your rib cage here. Shoulders staying down away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, 20 seconds off. Then we go again. Shake it out if you need. Take some water if you like. Full 20 seconds, not bad. Honestly, this is a routine where you can go heavy because you have the recovery to relax before that second set. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Now, essential, you might think basic, but the thing about these basic moves, they're just the fundamental movements of the joints. So we're hitting them in the ways that they like to get stronger. We're hitting these muscles in a way that's simple enough that we can actually challenge them with the load. right? So that means that this is a good workout to come back to test your strength and see if it's time for you to pick up a heavier weight load. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now this, I'm definitely gonna go for my lighter weights. We're gonna go for a 30-second bicep curl hold at our halfway point, okay? So it's gonna be pretty intense, but definitely go lighter if you can. 7 seconds. Grabbing my lighter set. I know myself. 3, 2, 1, isometric hold. Whoop. Hold the tray. Don't drop the tray. Soften your knees. All right, and while we're holding this tray, we're widening the collarbones to the sides of the rim. We're keeping the elbows slightly forward of the rib cage, and we're distracting ourselves by thinking, what is on this tray? I'm in France, I'm in the mountains. I'm gonna say it's a giant cheese board, okay? We've got all of the hits. We've got the goat, we've got the sheep, we've got the cow. 3, 2, release. Woo, all right. Biceps, check. Moving on, we're going to hit our triceps with my absolute favorite tricep exercise, a skull crusher. So, coming on down, we're gonna go for 40 seconds of skull crushers, 20 seconds off, and then an isometric hold in that skull crusher. In 6 seconds, skull crusher, right? Classic, you simply bend the elbows and stretch. 3, 2, here we go. And now I've set myself up where unfortunately my bun is exactly where I want my head to be. So I'm kind of hovering my head off the mat. That's honestly not the move. So you just let that head relax. And if you have a bun blocking your head from being on the mat, I would move your bun, move your ponytail. 10 seconds. Bend, 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 bend. Try to take those hands just outside of your temples before stretching. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 20 seconds off. And then we go again. Shake out the shoulders, maybe grab some water. Five, we go again. Skull crusher, it's nice and heavy. 3, 2, here we go. Bend and stretch. Now this is a move where I was doing it and doing it and doing it, and it felt, good. I was getting stronger. But then I noticed that my wrists kept turning kind of like outward towards the ceiling, if that makes sense, every time. And once I focused on keeping my wrists still, so my palms facing in, it got way harder and I felt my triceps way more. So make sure your palms are facing in here and you're not creasing your wrist, right? We're not breaking at the wrist. We're keeping the wrist long and strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that with these heavier weights. So we got our 30-second hold. I'm again gonna trade for my lighter set, or else I'm at risk of actually crushing my skull by dropping a weight. In 4, we hold. 3, 2, here we go. All right, this is how we end triceps. Squeeze your elbows together a little bit more. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit more. Oh yeah, feel those triceps. Up next, we're standing up. We're hitting your back. We're gonna go heavier for that back. So the back is nice and strong. Exhale, hug your back ribs in towards the floor. Oh my goodness, 10 seconds. Wow, this is the sleeper hit of the routine. My feet are dancing, this is so hard. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, yes, okay. Skull crushers, done. Triceps, done. We're moving on to back. The most essential exercise for your back. What's it gonna be? You know it, it's a narrow row, obviously. Obviously, 15 seconds, we find our hinge, we pull, we stretch. What can you do? Essential, classic. 5 seconds and then we're there. You ready? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Narrow row, everybody. Pull, stretch. Pull, stretch. Now, if your weights are very light, this is where you can go a little bit faster. Add volume. I feel pretty good. Hinging a little bit more forward. Make sure there's some weight in the heels there. You're not shifting all your weight forward into your toes. Sit the bum back a little bit more. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You've got less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, simple. We're gonna take it again in just a moment. 20 seconds, narrow row, second set, and then we've got our hold. If you feel like you can go heavier, let's try. Gonna mix it up a little bit. Let's try going a little bit heavier. In 5, second set, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Pull and reach. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video that I've taken a bit of a pause on upper body due to travel, etc. And my recommendation when you get back into strength training is firstly to just be gracious, right? Be generous with yourself. Probably you're not going to lift as heavy as you could when you parted ways, but you're going to gain it back much faster, which is, I think, much more encouraging. 10 seconds. So I would kind of, shift downward pretty much in everything. 3, 2, 1. And then you can always build back up. It's like that first workout is kind of, you're just there to test out the waters, get back into it, and then you can start to add load again. 10 seconds. We hold the narrow row. Woo, in 5, 4, 3, 2, hinge, hold. Yeah, you can kind of think of like the first workout back as I'm remembering form. I'm reacquainting these muscles. I'm getting reacquainted with these muscles, I should say. Good. Think of pulling your elbows more to the ceiling, less your hands pulling the weights, but more elbows pulling the weights up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. All right. That was your row. That was your essential 4. Your essential exercise 5 is going to be all about the chest. It's going to be a chest press, okay? We're going to lay on down, grab your weights. We're going to go for a wide chest press. So laying down, take your arms out to 290 degrees, slightly lower than shoulder height. And we're going to press up. Press and bend. In 3, 2, here we go. Press and bend. Once again, my hair is just in the wrong spot. Just perfectly incorrect. Perfectly imperfect. So I'm not quite resting my head the way that I want to be. That's okay. You're definitely resting your head on the mat, okay? I like when I do a chest press to think of like opening my chest on the way down. Pulling those elbows apart and pressing. Pull and press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, second set coming up. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Tried my best to fix this bun in the next 10 seconds. We come back down. And then you only have one more essential move, and it's body weight. And I bet you can guess it. We go in 4, 3, 2. We cannot have an essential upper body routine without the next exercise. You know, okay? You know it. Undeniable. "25 seconds left. Open, push. Open, and push. Good. Nice, keeping it slow and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now 4-hour, 30-second hold. We're gonna stay down. I'm gonna be able to see you clearly. We're gonna stay down, and we're gonna hover the weights, our elbows rather, just off the mat, okay? So 30 seconds with the elbows just barely hovering off the mat. 4, 3, 2, there we go. Elbows hovering. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Elbows are slightly lower than your shoulder line, right? So think more like a very wide capital letter A instead of a T. 15 seconds. You got it. Draw your abdominals in. Lengthen the crown of your head away from your pelvis. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Ooh, all right, final exercise. It's body weight, it's push-ups. You knew it. There's no hiding my adoration for push-ups. And I'm sure for most of you, that's like really not very understandable. Push-ups are the best exercise on the face of the planet, okay? They're essential for the upper body. We gotta include it in our 6 essential exercises workout. In 5, we go for push-up, knees or toes. 4, I'm going toes to start. 3, 2, here we go. Drop those elbows nice and wide towards the outsides of your thighs and press up. I'm not going for speed here, right? I'm getting back into things. I'm focusing on form above everything else. Press down through all 10 of your fingers, all of those knuckles. And when you need to drop to your knees, you drop to your knees. That's my sign. Knees are coming down. I'm leading with my chest. Lead with your chest. If you're doing push-ups and your pelvis is the first thing to hit the floor, that means that you are losing the stability in your spine and you want to decrease the load. 3, 2, 1. If your pelvis would be the first thing, right? Your pelvis, if that would be the first thing that would hit the mat, you are starting to arch your back. You're bringing in not enough support from your front line, so you want to drop the knees down and focus on the depth of your push-up. 4, 3, 2, push-ups. I'm staying on my knees. See, when I go down, my chest is the first thing to hit the floor. Additionally, if the first thing to hit the floor would be your nose, keep your head lifted. Think of your spine as this long line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. You want to keep your skull in line with the rest of your spine. 15 seconds. Oh, yeah. Just wait for that 30-second hold. It's going to be a doozy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, our 30-second hold. You are going to hold your push-up at whatever depth you feel like you can hold for 30 seconds. If you need to go to a plank occasionally, that's completely fine, okay? We're doing it together in 5 seconds. This is your last moment, last bit of this essential upper body day. 3, 2, commit. Commit to the depth and just hold. Find it, and then focus on your form. Crown of the head away from knees. Hug your elbows in towards the outsides of your thighs, widen your chest. 15 seconds, maybe you go lower. Now the real epic move is that at the end of this 30 seconds, we are going to try to push up instead of collapse down. In 5, you push up, you don't collapse down. In 4, 3, 2, push up for victory. You nailed it. Let's go ahead and get in a little bit of a stretch. You can stay down on the floor, sit your hips to your heels, squeeze your arms together behind you, puff up your chest. 6 moves. Love them. Good. As you're holding those hands together, breathe into the front of your rib cage, right? Try to open up that chest. We can use the breath to increase the stretch. Take both of your hands to your left hip and now gaze over your left shoulder. And now gaze over your right shoulder. Take both of your hands to your right hip, gaze over your left shoulder. Gaze over your right shoulder. Take those arms overhead, grab onto your right elbow, big side bend. You nailed it. You got that upper body workout done. 25 minutes, nice and quick. Switch sides. And now you're on to enjoy the rest of your day. Feeling accomplished, feeling strong. All right, now we'll take it to that cat-cow once again, all right? So elbows wide, our seated cat-cow this time. Exhale, round your spine, curl your tailbone towards the backs of your thighs, elbows together. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Let's do 2 more. Last one full. We'll meet in the arch. Open, open, open that chest. Take a big, beautiful breath. And exhale, let it go. Nice job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for this 6 essential exercises upper body workout. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you want to see more strength workouts like this one, then subscribe to my channel. It's Emily's Aligned Fitness, and I have new videos coming out every single week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.